Alright, I took the 318 out for a drive. I didn't get that on video, mostly because it's cold outside and I wasn't going to try to drive this thing. I don't have the GoPro out here with me. And so I didn't get a video of it driving, but it actually drives pretty good. Came up with a little bit of a punch list that I'll need to do before I can really start working on the mower deck. First and foremost, I really need to get the hydrostatic handle linkage all cleaned up and figured out. That linkage just is not right. I don't know what might be causing the problem. It's just hard to tell just sitting here staring at it. So probably what I'll have to do is take this, I'll have to take this cover off and everything and pull it all apart and see what's going on there. Also, I will need to, I did have one of the things that's pretty common on these units is the fuel line falling off for the reserve. I flipped it over to reserve to test that out, and sure enough, the fuel line must have fallen off. That picks up the way the reserve fuel pickup sits in the tank. It's on the end of a hose, and it sits down on the bottom of the tank, so I'm guessing that needs to be redone. Clean out the tank anyway. It's a good idea to do that. In the process of cleaning out the tank, I'll probably replace the fuel lines, replace the fuel filter, and then I will clean out the carburetor. So really need to clean out the carburetor. It actually runs okay, but it still stumbles a little bit. Got a little bit of surging, so definitely need to clean out the carburetor. And then from there, probably the biggest thing is I need to go ahead and inspect the front wheel bearings. Seem a little stiff. I haven't picked it up off it. I haven't put it on jack stands yet or anything and rolled them, but there is the potential that I need to fix that. And then obviously I probably need to put on a different set of tires. The tires that are on there are pretty much worn out. You can kind of see that. And the biggest thing that I'm worried about still is, actually I need my flashlight again. Let me get my flashlight and I'll come back and tell you about that. So the biggest thing that I'm worried about is that foot right there on the oil pan. Clearly it's cracked all the way through, so it is not holding the oil pan down. The bolt's just there. So I really need to replace the oil pan. Not ideal by any means, because I was going to try to get this machine up and running for minimal cost. So yeah, it's just one of those deals that I'm really going to have to think about that. I don't want to run it like that, but at the same time I also don't have any spare oil pans. So certainly something that I have to think about and how I want to proceed there. I do need to take the engine out anyway and get back in there and clean up the fins. You can see some of the trash in there and everything. There's a lot of trash came out when I started it the first time. I'll probably go ahead and replace the air filter, things like that. I've already been in here when I cleaned it. I don't know if can't remember if I showed you pressure washing or not, but so I'll still need to oil the air filter and everything. A couple other things that I'll need to do. But that's the main checklist right now that it runs. I do have a feeling that this hydrostatic linkage is probably going to take me quite a bit of time to figure out, because it's just really loose in there. It looks like there's some, so see, it's not even on the dampener right there. If you see that bar right there. So I'm not really sure what's going on. I'll have to look at a parts diagram and see what I can come up with. So it'll take me a little bit to get that figured out, and we'll go from there. So anyway, this is probably the shortest video of this series. I probably will not get back to this for a couple more weeks, just because of time constraints, everything else. So, but although by the time you get to see this video, it'll probably be a week old or more. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and this will be a pretty fun project as moving forward, and hopefully we get some good use out of this 318 at the end of the summer. I don't know what I'll do with it. May sell it, I don't know. We'll see. So thanks for watching.